Hello. I am wanting, I want to share some things that I've just experienced in the last few weeks. Trying to get someone to understand you is very difficult. I've learned the hard way. Whatever battles that you're going through, that's going through your mind, that you're tackling, that you're dealing with, do not share to those that you think are there for you. Because if you do, like those that I deal with, they make the situation worse by saying that negative things that can push a person over the edge. And most people feel as though it's okay. Let them be them. But because I struggle with the way that I am, they won't let me be me. Because in me being them challenges them on them being them. Because if I counter react, then I'm the bad person. Then they wonder why. I understand now when different people that was in the DBT group that was suicidal and that actually did self-harm because of the way their family came off to them. I understand. I understand fully. So in having borderline personality disorder, DID, and OCD, man, that's a heck of a combination. As they all say, I'm something to reckon with. How do I feel about that? I don't feel good. I'm not comfortable with myself. In some of the things that I already uploaded, some people will say, yeah, you seem very comfortable with yourself. I was until I shared some things with people that I thought cared about me, and they tore me down. And then they wonder why I'm walking around quiet and cannot express myself, because in expressing myself, I am being judged. And in being judged, it makes my self-esteem even worse. I spent many days crying, trying to figure out how to justify whatever. And I think that I stated before, don't change who you are just to be accepted by people. And I think that's what I've been doing, because no one can deal with my condition, quote unquote. No one can deal with me. No one has ever been able to deal with me. I have always been declared from a child that I was difficult. No one understood me as a child. I was quiet. I observed everything. And who knows, I might have had this from way back then and may have inherited, but I don't know, because I wasn't seeing a doctor way back then. So it's hard to say, but if everybody pushed you to the side, and if you noticed it, because I was very observant, I felt like I didn't belong. So I struggled as a kid. As now, as an adult, I struggle big time because I have no support system. I feel as though I'm treading this journey by myself. I would love to help others to understand themselves as well as I'm trying to understand me, but it's kind of difficult because no one has the patience. No one wants to read what you send. I might cry out, and the things that I try to deal with, whatever I'm going through in my head, I write it all out. If somebody gets a hold of my papers, they feel as though that I need to be locked away somewhere because they think that I am not all there in my head. I'm there. I just can't help what's going on in my head. As long as whatever that's going on, whether you view it as a dream, a vision, or however, as long as you don't act on it, and as long as you don't share it to the wrong people, and as long as you don't let it consume you, you'll be okay. I just learned that I can't make the mistake in sharing the things that I see. And it's very difficult. It's very hard because now I am officially walking this journey by myself. And I've been doing that for the past 20 something years. And I'm tired. No, I'm not tired that I want to give up on life. I'm tired that there's no one, that people with borderline personality disorder has to suffer. And then they don't understand their conditions and they wonder why they're crying and they want to end their life and everything like that. It's not easy. It is so far from being easy. Like I said before, if I was able to hold a support group so that we can all learn from each other, or because quote unquote I'm well seasoned in this condition, that I could share some enlightenment on the things that I learned in DBT 1, excuse me, the first edition. I am now getting ready to go through phase 2, like 5.5 years later, through DBT second edition, which is a little bit more intense and more skills that they have for you to adapt to, and more ways to try to give yourself a life worth living. And yes, I still want to help people. Yes, I still feel like crap. And yes, I wish that there was people that was in my life that understood me. There may be one or two people, and your doctor can only be there but so much because she has other patients or he has other patients. You can't say too much to your psychiatrist because all they want to do is dope you up. And you can't lay too much on people that's well seasoned in age because it may be too much for their heart to handle. So you have to endure this journey alone. You would like to be able to have a support system. Unfortunately, unless somebody knows of one out there, I don't know of any. So, just understand, be careful on what you share, and no, you're not losing your mind because you're battling the thoughts in your head that's making you think that you're going crazy. Scream it out, write it out. Just don't act on something because your life is worth living. One day, just one day, we all will believe that. And hopefully they will find, even though they say this is lifelong, when you have any type of personality disorder, you're stuck in therapy until you get a divine healing. So until then, be kind to yourself. Try not to suffer like I do, because on top of having all this, I have a very low self-esteem. And sometimes I let what people say dictate how I feel, and then I shut down. And that's a very dangerous thing to do. So just in sharing certain things is to give people some pointers. Don't make the same mistakes that I'm making, please. I don't want no one to suffer endlessly if they don't have to. But hey, sometimes we have to suffer to learn from what we're going through. Just don't get stuck, okay? If this is helpful for anyone, okay. If it's not, okay. I am getting ready to sign out. And because I am not staying on here alone, I'm trying to be mindful of what I say, because people, these so-called people that's supposed to be supportive in my life, told me I have no right to put anything up on YouTube. Have a nice day.